29. And 3 months ago, I stood in a white dress, clinging to Ben's arm, thinking this was it. The day I'd carry in my chest forever. The happiest one I'd ever get. We'd been married in a little church down by the lake, the kind with chipped paint and creaky pews, surrounded by people who mattered. The reception was at this old barn we'd rented. String lights dangling, mason jars stuffed with wildflowers, a dance floor that groaned under every step. It was supposed to be ours, mine and Ben's, a moment carved out of all the mess life throws at you. But Claire, my sister, 32, sharp-tongued and always a step ahead, snatched it from me, turned it into something else, and I can't claw it back no matter how hard I try. We'd been trying for a baby, Ben and me, for over a year. Months of tests and tears. When that second line finally showed up, faint but real, I sobbed into Ben's chest, his hands shaking as he held me. We were over the moon, dizzy with it, like the world had cracked open and let us in. We decided to tell everyone at the wedding reception. Not some big show, just a quiet beat during the speeches. A secret we'd unwrap together. Only my parents and my maid of honor, Jess, knew. I pictured it. Ben's voice steady, mine wobbly, the room lighting up with gasps and claps. It'd be ours, a spark to carry us into this new life. I held that image tight, like a kid with a balloon, afraid it'd slip away. Then, a few weeks before the wedding, Claire cornered me in Mom's kitchen. I was elbow-deep in seating charts, coffee going cold, when she leaned against the counter, all casual, and said, "I've got news." Her eyes glinted, that look she gets when she's about to drop something big. "I'm pregnant." I froze, pen hovering, then grinned, genuine, messy joy spilling out. "Claire, that's amazing." I hugged her. Hard, feeling her stiffen then soften against me. We laughed, a rare, real moment between us. The kind we hadn't had since we were kids fighting over dolls. But then she kept talking. Her voice light, like it was nothing. "I'm going to tell everyone at the wedding." My stomach dropped. The air sucked out of the room, leaving me dizzy. "Wait, what?" I said, trying to keep my tone even, but my hands were already trembling. Shrug. She shrugged, picking at her nails. "Yeah, it's perfect. Everyone will be there, all happy. Why not?" I stared at her. This woman who's shared my blood for 29 years, and felt a crack split through me. "Claire," I said, soft as I could, "I'd rather you didn't." She frowned, a flicker of annoyance crossing her face, and I pushed on, words tumbling out. "Ben and I were pregnant too. We were gonna announce it at the reception. It's our day, you know. Could you wait just a little?" "Oh." Her lips pressed tight, eyes narrowing, but she didn't fight me. "Fine," she muttered, and walked out. I thought it was settled, thought she'd heard me. I was wrong. The wedding day comes, and it's everything I dreamed. Ben's grin as I walk down the aisle, his vows cracking with nerves, the way he squeezes my hand like he'll never let go. I'm floating, high on it all. The lake breeze slipping through the barn doors, the chatter of family and friends a warm hum. The reception kicks off, cake cut, first dance stumbling imperfect, and I'm counting down to the speeches, my heart thumping with what's coming. Dad goes first, voice booming about love and second chances. Then Jess, teasing me about my high school bangs. Ben's next, and I'm gripping his knee under table, ready for our moment. But then Claire stands up. Right after Jess sits, before Ben can even clear his throat. She's on her feet, glass raised, clinking it with a spoon. The room quiets, heads turning, and she's glowing, hair swept back, that smug curve to her mouth. "I've got something to say," she starts, and my chest tightens, a warning bell I can't silence. "I'm pregnant," she announces, voice loud and bright, and the barn explodes. Cheers. "Whoops," Glasses clinking. People swarm her, hugging, laughing. My Aunt Marie yelling. Another grandkid across the room. I sit there, frozen, Ben's hand still under mine, his breath catching next to me. Our moment, ours, slips away, swallowed by her spotlight. I don't move, don't breathe. Just watch it unfold. My wedding, my white dress, my day, morphing into Claire's stage. Ben leans in, whispering, "You okay?" But I can't answer, can't find words through the bitter pit opening in my gut. I was supposed to stand up next, supposed to share our joy. But now? It sounds desperate, petty, like I'm chasing her thunder. I stay silent, smile plastered on, while inside I'm screaming. The night blurs, dancing, toasts, cake crumbs on plates, and all I see is her, basking, while I shrink. Later, I find her by the bar, wine glass in hand. Empty, thank God. "Claire," I say, voice shaking, "why'd you do that?" She turns, eyebrows up like I've slapped her. "To what? You announced it." I snap, after I asked you not to. "You knew we were gonna..." She cuts me off, laughing sharp and cold. "Oh, come on, Sarah, it's not a big deal. I couldn't keep it in. It just came out." I step closer, heat flooding my face. "It was my wedding, Claire. My day, and you took it." Her eyes flash, jaw tight. "You're overreacting." "I'm happy. Why can't you be happy for me? You're acting like I ruined your life." I choke on that, the sting of it slicing deep. "You hurt me," I say, voice breaking. "I told you why it mattered. And you did her." She rolls her eyes, tossing her hair. "You're selfish, Sarah. Wanting to control when I share my happiness? That's messed up. Selfish." The word lands like a punch, knocking the air out of me. I turn away, tears burning, and Ben's there pulling me close, his arms the only thing keeping me upright. Mom finds me later, her face soft but stern. "She was wrong," she says, "but let it go, honey, for family." Dad nods beside her, silent, but his eyes say the same. Let it go. I nod back, but inside I'm a furnace burning. 3 months pass, and I can't shake it. Every time I close my eyes, I'm back there. The barn, the cheers, Claire's voice drowning mine. Our baby's growing, a flutter in my belly now, but the joy's tangled with this sour ache. My wedding photos sit unopened in a box. I can't look at them without tasting bile. Ben tries. God, he tries, holding me at night, promising it'll fade, but it doesn't. Claire calls once, a week after, her tone breezy. "You still mad?" she asks like it's a joke. "Yeah," I say. Flat. "I am." She sighs, loud and dramatic. "You need to get over it, Sarah. Be happy for me instead of making everything about you." I hang up, hands trembling, and block her number. Mom keeps pushing peace, Dad too. Their voice is a chorus of family. Family, family. She's pregnant. Mom says one night over dinner, her fork hovering. She's emotional. Cut her some slack. I slam my glass down, water sloshing. "What about me?" "I'm pregnant too. Doesn't that count?" Mom flinches. Dad looks away, and the silence is a wall. They think I'm dramatic, ungracious, clinging to a grudge when I should be glowing with sisterly love. But I can't. That day was mine, ours, and she stole it, turned it into her triumph. left me scrambling for scraps. I start avoiding her. Thanksgiving looms, and I tell Mom we're staying home. Ben me, the baby kicking inside. Claire will be there, she warns, voice tight. Good for her, I snap and hang up. Ben backs me, his hand warm on my back, but I see the strain in his eyes. He hates this rift, hates the tension snaking through our families. I hate it too, but I hate her more. Hate the way she's painted me as the villain. Her pregnancy's all anyone talks about, Mom gushing, Aunt Marie planning a shower, while mine's a footnote overshadowed again. One night, I break. Ben's asleep, the house dark, and I'm pacing, tears streaming, the weight of it crushing me. I wanted that moment, our announcement, our joy, to shine, to mark the start of this new chapter. Claire took it, stomped on it, and left me with this jagged hole. I grab my phone, type a text I'll never send. You ruined my wedding, Claire. You knew what it meant to me, and you didn't care. I delete it, sobbing, and crawl back to bed, curling into Ben's warmth. Christmas comes, and I can't dodge it anymore. Mom begs, her voice cracking over the phone. Please, Sarah, just come. She's sorry. She won't say it. But I see it. I doubt that, but Ben's tired of the fight, and I'm tired of carrying it alone. We go, stepping into Mom's house like it's a battlefield. Claire's there, belly rounding, glowing like some goddamn Madonna. She hugs me, stiff and quick, muttering, "Good to see you." And I nod, throat tight. Dinner's tense, small talk, forced laughs. I don't either. My secret stays locked inside, a shield I won't lower. After, she corners me by the sink, dishes clattering. I didn't mean to hurt you, she says, eyes flicking away. It just happened. It's not an apology, not really, but it's something, a crack in her armor. It did hurt, I say, voice low, steady. A lot. She nods, barely, and walks off. It's not enough, not the groveling I dreamed of, but it's a thread, thin and frayed. I don't forgive her. Not yet, maybe not ever. But I breathe easier. The pit in my stomach loosening just a fraction. Months later, my baby's born. A girl, Lily, with Ben's eyes and my stubborn chin. Claire has her boy a week after, and the family buzzes, 2 new lives stitching us tighter. She sends a card, a shaky congrats, sis, and I don't reply, but I keep it, tucked in a drawer. Lily's my anchor now, her tiny hands pulling me past the wreckage. The wedding's still a scar, every memory tinged with Claire's voice, but it's fading, dulled by late-night feedings and Ben's quiet strength. I see Claire at Mom's one Sunday, Lily on my hip, her son toddling behind her. She smiles, tentative, and I nod back. We don't talk about it, don't need to. The hurt's there, a ghost between us. The hurt need to. The hurt's there, a ghost between smaller, less sharp. I won't let it go completely. It's mine, a piece of me now. But I'm moving. Step by heavy step. Lily coos and Ben laughs, and I think maybe this is enough. My family, my fight, my peace. Claire can have her moment. I've got mine.